differently. They speak in rap rhymes you don't want to hear. But before you judge them, advocate for their potential to be educated into a different understanding and sensibility. And then recognize some of them have done some stuff y'all ain't done. Civil rights generation said, let's cross over to the dominant society by using their language and patterns in order to justify and legitimate our entree and our arguments for access. Hip-hop said, this is what we do. If you ain't joining us, kiss my black imagination. It's only right that I was born to use mics, and the stuff that I write is even tougher than dice. I'm taking rapping to a new plateau through rap slow. My rhyming is a vitamin, hell without a capsule. A smooth criminal on beat breaks. Never put me in your box if your stuff eats takes. That's an 8th grade dropout named Nas. 8th grade, who's wrong? Him or the school? Jay-Z, high school, barely. Biggie, barely. Big Papa, barely. I know y'all know Big Papa, you dance to his music. Don't act like you've been Deltas all your life. You weren't born in Delta. Refined and dignified, articulate and circumspect. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Oh, look at y'all. Look at y'all. When it comes to sex, right? Some say the X makes the sex spectacular. I know y'all know the rest of that. Huh? Biggie said, we used to fuss when the landlord dissed us. No heat. Wondered why Christmas missed us. Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne. Damn right I like the life I live, because I went from negative to positive. What? And if you don't know, Sabrina. Jay-Z, Jigga. I know y'all listening to him too. When the rim is in the system, ain't no telling when that's what they be yelling. I'm a blood knot. Y'all still, I'll replace. Well, now that's something he said. But he also said, now my teachers couldn't reach me, and my mama couldn't beat me hard enough to match the pain of my pop not seeing me. So, with that disdain in my membrane, got on my pimp game, blanked the world, my defense came. Oh, that's a Weberian sociological analysis of forms of oppression that have caused existential tremor. Now, I ain't trying to overinterpret it, because some of the stuff is funky, foul, nefarious, misogynistic, and rude. It ain't stopped you from going to church. Same kind of stuff you hearing up there. Not at Bishop McKenzie's church. Not at Reverend Boyd's church, but a lot of churches are serving you misogynistic impulses that have been connected to biblical justifications for your second-class citizenship as women. And the problem with them, worse than Biggie, is that they bring God along to co-sign their bigotry. Well, back to my lecture. What I'm saying is that these kids said we got left behind by bourgeois Negroes who were intent on realizing the benefits of affirmative action and advocating for themselves. So the lacuna, the gulf, the gap that was left when Ronald Reagan, and all of this amnesia about Ronald Reagan, I was there, you're lying. He wasn't like that. He said to poor people, ketchup is a vegetable. He tried to justify the immiseration of black folk. He went to Philadelphia, Mississippi to start his campaign, the home where civil rights workers had been murdered. He had racist tendencies flowing beneath his But when these kids look out and saw the gulf, they made something out of what they had. Paul said we're going to make it in on broken pieces. The anthropologist Claude Lévi-Strauss calls it bricolage. That's taking the shards and the broken pieces of a particular phenomenon and then stitching them together to constitute a new reality. And then to make it what you can out of it so you can do what you need to do with what you got. Now, if I was preaching that we could hump and hone that into a different kind of specimen rhetorically. But what I'm saying is that these young people took the leftovers of their culture. Broken down instruments of rich white kids they were sent in vocational school to fix up, and they started fooling with those instruments and had two turntables before you knew it. One to play the record, one to cue it up, one to play the break beat, and then they invented a new culture. They did not cross over to America. America crossed over to them. Now all they kids want to dress like our kids. Now all they people want to talk like our people. They want to be black when it's convenient. Like Justin Timberlake. Want to be black? I got a point. I just want to chase this rabbit a minute. Want to be black when it's convenient. Here he is with Janet Jackson. He done gone on to millions and millions, and Janet can hardly sell it out. When he ripped off, his hand ripped off the sheath that held her aureola. America act like they never seen no black titty before. You used to use the black titty to your advantage. You use it to rear your children. You use it to sucker white civilization. You use it to give milk to your people when you refuse to love them. And now when the black titty started a union and went to work for itself, you had a problem with that. I know that's not polite Delta conversation, but that's real. When the black breast has been used to sucker white civilization and exploited, and now when the white hand reaches across history to exploit it, and then he said that the woman that thou hast given me, O God, she hath done this thing. And he blamed Janet Jackson as if your hand was magnetized to her body. And now he has gone on to succeed at a level that is stunning without acknowledging the exploitation of black female sexuality or labor. What do I mean by this, my brothers and sisters? This kind of brutal confrontation with reality that young black people themselves have had to deal with without the advantage of older black people who are offended by their language. The reason I use a little bit of what you know, and I felt the chill, I ain't stupid. The reason I did that to push the envelope a little bit, because I know that you can't take that, and I understand it. There's decorum and practicality, there is a propriety and appropriateness, but sometimes the obscenity of the situation of these degraded young black people is so deep that sometimes the language begins to merely mimic the internal condition that you have to help them deal with. I'm not saying they should disrespect you. I'm saying you should teach them to respect themselves and then love themselves enough to demand more of themselves in a society that refuses to acknowledge them. Your advocacy is important to them. And these young people then need to hear that you are there because you represent everything that we have fought for so many centuries. I mean, black women are really the culmination of the struggle of black self-determination in a culture that refuses to acknowledge our humanity. This is why we celebrate Barack Obama in the White House. But we know that he can't do it by himself. And we know we have to be critical of him. But black folk ain't inclined to do that. I understand why. It's the first one. It ain't like we've had 25 black presidents. And even white brothers and sisters remind me all the time, you know we got half on him. You would think black folk could get a whole president. And I said, well, 43 and a half presidents have been white. But isn't it interesting that white folk don't want to claim to have white folk in prison? There are a lot of multiracial, biracial children who need help, who have been left for black. And so Mr. Obama's in the White House, and we love to see him. What a symbol he is when we see him walking down Air Force One. To see that tall, articulate, beautiful black man with his beautiful, tall, articulate black woman, hand in hand, walking down, and then he shoots up the brother man. Okay, he doesn't do that, but we love him. We love that dignity, that self-possession. We love that oratorical power. Here he is giving a sermon at a funeral, eulogizing, and still got dogged. Oh my God, people were clapping at him giving a eulogy. Jiminy Christmas, what's next? You ain't never been to no black funeral. Please don't come here. Boyd or McKenzie or Haynes or somebody give a black funeral. We crying, standing up, shouting, clapping, back wheeling, Holy Ghost stepping, sitting down wailing. We just do it all. And Obama is the great orator in American rhetoric. Our tradition about a C+. That's no disrespect. That's just how deep our tradition is. A black preacher on a corner with 12 people at a storefront church will outpreach most people and orators in America. Now this morning I want to talk about God is love. I don't want to talk about God. I don't want to talk about love. I want to talk about ears. I've seen it. I know what I'm talking about. I've seen it. Is you got good religion? Is your all on the altar of sacrifice? Lay is. Not was, God is. Ain't nobody can do nothing with that. Obama can't touch that. But Obama is not an advocate for black people. He is the president of the United States of America. Now, I'm almost done, but let me say this. Just because he ain't a black advocate, he ain't a black leader. He's not Moses. He's Pharaoh. Did y'all read the book? He ain't preaching. He's in charge of the government. He's Pharaoh. Oh, y'all didn't know? That's why when you put Obama next to King, be careful. To have that kind of action, you got to go on the ground and rise up on the third day. You want to be a prophet, you got to spill blood, plus you got to be more courageous. You ain't worried about what they say. You speak a truth. Now you're free to do that as a prophet, as a president. We know it's a different reality. So we don't demand prophet portfolio for presidential presence. However, we do be asking that you do what every other darn president done. We asked Bill Clinton to do serious stuff. He wasn't black. We can't give Obama a pass if we demanded Clinton be responsible. Clinton, some said, still the first black president. I mean, Clinton knew the black style and ritual. He went to